Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see about how to live stream with Amazon Interactive Video Service. Before we deep dive into what is a Amazon Interactive Video Service, let's see a use case kind of related to the AWS community India, where they have conducting the Awesome 5 hackathon. So the use case is the AWS community in India has grown massively over the past years. So currently, it's been around 25 cities in 20 states, and also they are hosting hundreds of virtual, in-person, and hybrid events. So running those developer communities such as AWS User Group India, it involves a lot of efforts from organizers and volunteers to host the events and drive the initiatives that benefits the larger community. So in that case, live streaming the events will be not it can't be ignored, right? So most probably we are increasingly rely on the internet to deliver like what we want and need, and those things it need to be delivered very quickly, reliably, and on demand. And also creating a high quality live streaming experience from scratch is very difficult, right? So if we want to create an EC2 instance, and also if you are going to update the OS and install the open source media server software and the firewall and the network layer, and after that we'll be do the streaming and put it in a proper function format. But what if someone joins the stream from another side of the world, or if our stream is going to be very popular and thousands of people want to see it, then are we ready to handle that auto scaling function or the load balancing? So this is a big question mark, right? So this is where Amazon IVS comes in play, where we can use to power interactive live video streaming application. So why Amazon interactive video services, right? So Amazon IVS is a managed live streaming solution that can be quickly deployed in mobile and web applications. And also the service has its own SDK for video players, and it is ideal for creating video experiences. And some of the features are uh, Steam chat and timed metadata API, and it is optimized for live video streaming. And also we can set up a new live video stream in a minute, and this is a kind of an economic way and like a pay as you go model. And also we can record a live stream to use as video on demand. Now let's get started on implementing the Amazon interactive video service. So I am already logged into my AWS console. So before we create the Amazon interactive video service, we need to have the required permission to do this activity. So I have created an IAM policy where it allows the S3 bucket. Why? Because the video streaming, right? So it will be getting saved in S3, so that if I want to watch the recorded version in future, I can get it from there. So it needs an access from to S3. So those things we need to make sure we are having the required access or not. Once we are having that access, we can link our IAM account to that specific policy. And once that is done, I am going to create a IVS channel, that is an interactive video service channel. So how can we do that? I'm just going into Amazon interactive video service. I need to create an IVS channel. So here you can see two options, Amazon IVS channel and IVS chat room. I'm going to create an IVS channel. So here you need to give the channel name. I am giving the channel name as my test Makendran, and I am giving the default configuration. So the default configuration will have the standard broadcast, deliver live video up to full HD with transcoding. And here you can see the record and store stream. So here what I'm going to do is I am going to click on auto record to S3, and the recording configuration I am going to click create recording configuration. So I am giving the recording configuration name as IVS recording configuration, and I am keeping these settings as default. And here I am going to create a new S3 bucket, my IVS. So here you can see the bucket will be created in the same region as our IVS channel. So I am in the US East 1. So the bucket will also be getting created in US East 1. Okay, so I think there is an already existing bucket name. I need to use this kind of a unique. So better I will give the date of it. Okay, now it got created. So now I am good to create a channel. So our channel has been successfully created in here. You can see the channel ARN. So this is useful to for the further demo. I will explain like what is used for. And also here you can see the Steam configuration like Steam key and NGS server. So these two parameters will be pasting in our kind of software, video software, so that we can able to stream it accordingly. And this is the playback URL. We can paste it in the kind of an SDK, or you can put it in the web application, so that our live stream will be getting published to all over the world. And here you can see the recorder will be stored in the S3 bucket, and this is the recording prefix as well. So we have successfully created the IVS channel using the AWS console. We can also create a IVS channel via API, but now we have already created via AWS console. Now let's start uh, live streaming via OBS software. So OBS is free and open source software for video recording and live streaming. So here we will use OBS to start a live broadcast. So from my machine, if you do not have OBS software, you can download it from the obsproject.com. From there, you can easily download the software. So this is the URL: https://obsproject.com. So this is the broadcast software. You can download it for based on the OS. You can download it. So I have already installed the OBS software. Let me go into the OBS software now. Now we are in the OBS application. So I have already installed it. Now we will configure the ingest server and the stream key. Here you can see settings. So you can click on settings here. So here you can see the all the settings for this OBS software. So first we'll go to the stream and we will change the server and the stream key. From the AWS console we can get it. I'm just pasting the stream key and also the ingest server. So you need to select the service as custom and then the server and the stream key. You can click apply. And also once the stream settings has been completed, we can go to the video and we can change some of the resolution settings so that we will ensure smooth stream with minimal bandwidth, and also we will not consume more power on our computer. If you go to video, you can keep it like the canvas resolution is 1280 into 720, that is aspect ratio 16:9, and the output resolution you can keep it as 842 cross 480, and the downscale filter and the common FPS value you can keep it as 30 and bicubic. And you can go for output. So first it will be in the simple, just change it to advanced to see the advanced settings. And the encoder, you can keep it as X264, and the rate control, the bit rate, and the CPU usage preset. So, and the tune also keep it as a kind of a zero latency. So once this configuration has been completed, you can click OK. Now all the backend setting has been completed. Now we need to add the source. So to add the source, here you can see under the source, you can see the plus icon or add, right? So if you click on, like, there are multiple options are there. So what we are going to do is we are going to add three things. First one is the media source, where I have taken a video of the AWS community site. So I am putting in here from the local, and I'm going to loop it, means continuously it should play. And I'm giving OK. So here, once you have added it, you can able to see that video will be playing in. And here, if I want to drag it, I can accordingly, I can drag, or I need to modify, I can also even modify it. So I am just placing it here. And after that, if I want to add my webcam, I can use it video capture device, so that my webcam will be enabled and I can able to see it. And then I'm going to add a time frame, so that why I'm going to add a time frame, like to see the latency, how much latency it is been experiencing. So to do that, I'm going to add a browser, clicking on a new, and in the URL, I am giving the URL name called cloudclocktab.com. So I am just keeping the value as default, and I'm clicking on OK. So here you can see the time has been came here. So I'm just going to keep it as small, and I am going to place it in here, so that I can able to see what is the time frame of the event, or basically I can do that. So here I can see the time, and once that is done, I am going to give a kind of a title. So to do that, I'm clicking on text, clicking OK. So here I can give some text, maybe hackathon. So it looks very big, right? So I'm just reducing it to kind of a normal one. So I'm giving 55. Now it looks okay. I'm giving okay. Then I can place it in here, or I can even place it in here. So I'm just keeping in here, or even maybe I can update it. Okay, likewise I can update, and I'm placing it in center. Now we have updated like what it needs to be a live stream. So these things are done, right? Once all the configurations and the source are completed, now we are good to do live stream. How to do that? In the software, you can, in the control, you can see there are a lot of options: start streaming, start recording, start virtual camera, right? So I'm going to do start streaming. So at the first, it will be connecting to the Amazon IVS. Once it is connected, here you can see as a green one, and it says a live. Now let's go to the AWS console, and let's see what is happening on the console end. Now I am into the AWS console. If I expand the live stream, right? So here you can see, here you can see the recorded session of this live stream. So here you can see the status is live and healthy. It also shows healthy and one viewer. So I'm the one it is viewing. Now we are seeing in from the AWS console, right? So if I want to see from the application, basically an hosted application is there, then how to, so from the playback URL, we can easily put this URL into my application. So somewhere I can easily see it. So I'm going to use, there is a sample, an application is there in the code pen. So I'm going to use that. So I'm going to open this code pen. So this is actually a sample, uh, kind of a sample quiz demo with the timed metadata. So here, what we are going to do is, here you can see we are going to update the playback URL alone. So I've already copied this playback URL. Now I'm going to the JavaScript URL, right? So I'm just going to update it with my playback URL. So I'm going to run it. Here we can give full page view, or maybe you can click this one as well. Let's give some time, like kind of 1 or 2 minutes. Immediately we'll get the live stream. So once it is being updated, right, the playback URL. Okay, I think I have wrongly pasted the URL. Let me put it. Okay, now I have pasted the playback URL and I am going to run. Once it is completed, our live streaming URL from the AWS console, right? So that will be coming in place in here, 2022, and also the time frame. So here you can easily, we can see the streaming, how it is happening and those things. As we have given loop, it will be again, it will be showing the live stream. Here you can see how easy to live stream any of the event. If we are going to perform, we can easily. Once this is done, now what we are going to do is, as it is an interactive video service, right? So we are going to use the REST API to insert timed metadata into live stream. So what does that means? Like community event, and we want to have more interactive, right? For example, I can ask some of the questions. So for example, I'm going to take a session on an Amazon interactive video services. I can ask like which services or how to create a channel. Like I can give some 4 steps or some 4 questions or 4 answers I can give, and I can create a poll, or also I can create a survey how this particular session have helped you to implement this video service. So kind of that, during the users can able to interact it, whether if they have any doubts or they are able to understand the session or not. So in the live stream itself, I can able to pass the REST API so that I can in that way. So I will show how to do that. So as we are going to use the API, right? So I'm using Postman application to do this activity. So basically, as I said, timed metadata that will enable customers to bring the interactive experience into the video applications. So by using those timed metadata API, right? So we can insert any customized data into the live stream, and we can develop the time synced interactive applications such as mobile trivia app or a quick survey to gather the user feedback, or distributing sports statistic information. So those things we can have a synchronously have those data with the video, and so that the experience will be consistent at different locations. So I have already installed the Postman application, and we are going to do the post request, right? And this is the URL to do the post request API. So IVS, I am using US East 1. So if you are using any other region like US West 2, you can update accordingly. And I am using this put metadata API. And also, if you are a first-time user, then you need to configure in authorization your access key, secret key, and the region and the service name. You can give it as IVS. And once that is given, you can go and select the type as JSON. And here, this is the body of the content which we are going to give as a kind of an API request. So here you can see a channel on. So this one I need to update. I need to get it from the AWS console. What is the channel ARN? So to update it here. And also here you can see the question I'm just posting it no pit. So this is how other questions. Maybe I can update like AWS code service. Do you which AWS code service are you interested? Maybe likewise you can give, or which AWS code services are you using in project? So the answers you can give. And also I am giving this as well. So I have given this as a question. So once this has been done, I can been given here. You can see uh, the uh, the sample code which have been showing in right. So that now it will be coming in there. A kind of a pop-up will be coming in there. Now I'm just going to give send. I'm just sending the request. Now here you can see I'm just running it. So the live demo is coming and I'm giving send now. Here you can see our question has came here. So I can select any one of the service. For example, if I am using AWS code commit, I can select AWS code commit. So likewise send request. Another time it is sending to that. So it is coming into the live stream thing and we are getting the question in here. And also we can give some question and answer so that they can able to understand. For example, if I am going to give some session, we can validate whether they are able to understand or not. So likewise, I can select those different options and I can play with it. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. And also in this video, we have created a IVS channel. So from that IVS channel, we have live streamed the video or the session which we want to take. We can easily live stream it. And from that, we have used the REST API to insert the timed metadata into our live stream. And also, we have seen how the application can take advantage of these data to add interactive user experience. Yeah, thank you for watching this video.